Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here with your Wednesday sports. Devastating news coming out of the UAF Alaska Nanick Athletic Department this afternoon. The NCAA handed down their punishment for eligibility infractions committed by UAF. The Nanicks will be banned from postseason play for this season in hockey, women's and men's basketball, and swimming. The department was also fined $30,000 from the NCAA. The infractions, if you remember, were self-reported in November 2012, and UAF self-imposed sanctions. The major eligibility infraction was eligibility of pre-majors, which account for almost half of the total infractions. In 2008, UAF raised its admission requirements for baccalaureate degrees. If a student didn't meet that requirement, they were named pre-majors, but student athletes were not eligible until they were admitted to a degree program and lost that pre-major status. Eligibility infractions also include declaration of major, in which student athletes were taking baccalaureate level classes but did not file paperwork to declare a major. Since a specific degree was not declared, it made them ineligible. Progress towards degree and transfer credit requirements were the other infractions. Over 40 student athletes were found ineligible in 9 sports from the 2007-2008 season through 2011-2012. Chancellor Brian Rogers, Athletic Director Gary Gray, and Vice Chancellor for University and Student Advancement, Dr. Mike Sfraga, held a press conference today to explain an institutional error.
When we raised our admission standards to baccalaureate degrees and created this new pre-major, there was nothing in the NCAA rulebook about pre-major. So I think our staff just assumed that, well, we were meeting all the NCAA eligibility, so it was okay. They had not been trained to say it's the higher of the two. That was the institution's fault for not providing the training.
Get through this postseason ban, I think things will move on. We've got some great coaches. They're gonna just jump on this, and every game is you know, they're gonna go all out. There is no postseason play, so they're gonna make every game count all the way through the regular season.
Now UAF will be on probation for 3 years starting today. Wins, points, and individual stats will be vacated from the hockey, basketball, and swimming programs for games where ineligible players participated. Men's and women's basketball will lose 1 scholarship for the next 3 seasons. The swim team will lose 1.5 scholarships for the next 2 years. Hockey will lose a scholarship next year. UAF was given credit for its self-imposed loss of scholarship sanctions enforced in the self-report back in 2012. The Nanicks have made corrections since the self-report. They've hired a full-time academic advisor for players, provided training, and have a system of checks and balances in place. All this information and more specifics are all available on the sports page on webcenter11.com. And now we transition to high school hockey. The high school hockey season started last night out in North Pole at the Polar Ice Arena. The Patriots hosted the Monroe Rams in the Polar Ice Center for a non-conference game to open the 2014-2015 season for both teams. Monroe goalie Nate Jankowski was tested early on with shots right at the doorstep, but he made his share of stops. But that changed when Dylan Latham found the back of the net for the Patriots at the 12-12 mark, scoring the first goal for North Pole and the new season. 15 penalties in this one, 9 by Monroe, and James Lasalafi makes them pay in the first period, giving the Patriots a 2-0 lead with his power play tally. The Rams had some chances to score on breakaways, one by Dylan Steele, but McCoy Walker was unfazed. He made 13 saves last night. North Pole would run away in the second and third periods as Jason Donald, he scored 4 goals, and Lasalafi, he added 3 goals for his first career hat trick for the defenseman. Walker gets his first career shutout as well. North Pole wins 8-0 in the season opener.
Second period, you know, we just came out swinging. You know, we knew we had to skate hard and get them going, and we just had to put a few in the net, and that's what we did.
The guys in front did an amazing job keeping it out of the zone. Had a few breakaways, but seemed to save those pretty well. For the rest of that, had 2 little mistakes, and the team seemed to pull it together pretty well and do a great job.
Well, it was important. You know, we just want to come out and play our hardest and show people what we can do nowadays.
And the high school hockey season jump starts this week with Lathrop and West Valley headed down south to play some Anchorage teams. Lathrop will play West Anchorage, Diamond, and Colony for their 3-game roadie. West was last year's runner-up in the state tournament. The West Valley Wolfpack will face Service South, the defending state champs, and Chugiak. Locally, the Hutchinson Hawks will host their Hitman tournament at the Patty Center. It starts tomorrow and runs through Saturday. Games are at 3:15 and 5 p.m. The tournament round-robin field includes Greatland teams like Glen Allen, Delta, Monroe, and of course, Hutch. Now we end the Wednesday Sportscast with this week's Pro Football Challenge winner. The Week 9 winner is Billy Boy, 50-50. Congrats to Billy Boy, you get an oil change courtesy of Stanley Nissan. Billy Boy picked 12 of 13 games correct. Now going to week 10, here are the PFC standings. There's now a four-way tie for first place at 91 points. Dellengrud is second with 90. And there's also a four-way tie for third place at 89 points. Mike Schultz and I are still tied at 81 points. Don't forget to go online at Webster11.com and make your picks for week 10. Thursday night's NFL matchup is Cleveland versus Cincinnati. And that'll do it for sports tonight. Mike Schultz is next with your forward the forecast, and we'll catch you next time.